Hi friends again. Welcome to Danuge. And then basically, so I don't want people to starve, my vegans. But so I never really used hardly have eaten any fruit actually my whole life. Um, but I'm just got some apples that I have, so I'm gonna start eating them. But I have cilantro and some plants I bought that were already trimmed, and like it's gonna be that's like basically when we can progress out of that. It'll be with our desire to, out of love for the plants. And if you water plants, they love it, and the love you get you so high. So it's so good. It's the best, and it's the true value. Like, and it's the treasure we get. Like real love, like appreciation and love. That's what you get. So working for money is bullshit. It's a lead. It's a rail busted railway leading off the cliff to nowhere. It's just slavery endlessly. And our world is free the way it is. It's made of magic. All you need is seeds and dirt, and you can plant it. So, lots of seeds are made. I think we have to just make deals with our plants. Like, decide what we're gonna do. Like, I have a deal with my potatoes that I like. When I get a potato, I'm like, cut off a piece of it so it can grow still. And I'm like, okay, potato, I'm gonna eat some of you, eat half of you, and then I'm gonna plant you, and you can grow. And they do grow, and it's amazing. And then like, if I had no interest in potatoes, I wouldn't even be growing them or whatever. They'd just not be in my dimension. So if I was like a spirit being flying around and stuff, I'd be like, I wouldn't be stepping on grass. I wouldn't be um, like pursuing gardening or eating plants or anything, but I would be tuned into like an endless stream of love. And probably like, if I get to that place, like, well, you'd have to get to that place by choosing it, by choosing that. But if you hunger, like if you want, like if you're hungry, like I've I've spent a long time like not eating enough stuff, and it'll like really take its toll. It does take its toll a lot. Like I've been smoking cigarettes for 20 years too, so I was living off basically coffee and bread for most of my life. And then, but French fries I always liked when I was a kid, and I usually couldn't even afford them because I was just a broke ass everywhere for so long, my whole life pretty much. So basically, I could usually afford coffee, maybe some free bread, get free coffee and bread when I was traveling because it'd be somewhere else, and the only thing available for food was sometimes like the soup kitchens. So I'd hang out in Penticton at the soup kitchen when I was traveling around there and stuff, and get free bread from people that give it away. Um, but I stopped eating gluten because, and then I found out it's actually the glycol that's the poisonous part. But so it's really hard to get any healthy food for free. But um, if you work at orchards, you can. But that's the thing, is fruit doesn't settle my stomach. Like it always makes me feel like I'm not full and stuff. But potatoes are really filling like that, and especially like all fried, and mashed potatoes too. But I really like French fries. I like the combination, and I like having agitating my system a bit. So with cancer and stuff, like it's not cancer, but it's agitation. But I control myself so I don't get cancer. And if I think I'm going too far into death, I eat more food that's healthy. And I like tahini. It's delicious. It's all made of seeds. So with my, if I went to purely fruit, that would be like no tahini and a lot of things I enjoy in life. And like that's the thing is we're supposed to enjoy. So there's like a lot of seeds. So even if you plant like one seed from each plant you get, like they usually make like a whole bunch of seeds. So if you plant like a few seeds, you still basically like continue the basic genetics of that plant. And so that's good. That's beneficial. And that's like I do believe in evolution. I don't think that this mysterious god entity just manifested humans like we evolved into humans from the beginning from like water and the combinations of chemicals on our earth that were like blasted out of the sun. This is what I believe happened. So the sun grew up as a baby planet somewhere rotating around one of the stars, the bigger stars, probably the ones the pyramids are pointed at or something. And then uh, we were just like, it became electric. Like basically, if it was a human, it would be turning into an angel. So like blew off its dense matter all around itself, and that dense matter started growing under the magic light and the life force of the sun. So we're like a child of the sun, and we're growing under it. And maybe the other planets have life and we just can't see it. I'd assume like the big gaseous planets like Venus and Jupiter like are gigantic electric planets. So I think they're really alive. Maybe all their people have turned into spirit beings, and all the people in the sun I think are spirit beings, like all the cells of the body. But here on Earth we're like in a transition, and like we do have our moon, which is potentially or supposedly made of water, which makes sense. So if like the rocks got blasted off, then we got a chunk of ice that hit us, like then that makes sense why we would be the one in our solar system with life. But it's possible that we can't even see or contemplate or fathom like the life on other planets. There's also the chance that like people that took over Earth like lived on Mars before and they destroyed Mars and then booked it in spaceships over to Earth, so that's possible too. And they're destroying Earth again, or Earth like they were Mars, or at least if we kept on the path that the people have been destroying the Earth and with the cars and everything, and we would destroy it and then it would be like Mars. And so that's why we need to keep the trees and have the oxygen, and trees keep the wind down. It's something to hide under if the weather's bad. But overall, the weather should be pretty much consistent on Earth, because, like, say, like you had a balloon and you put air, or if you change the temperature or whatever in the air, it all circulates around. So yeah, we'd have like the little bit of a temperature variation, but it shouldn't be that much. Like it shouldn't be so severe. So probably for the past 100 years, all the weather is created by the technicians, the scientists with the harps and stuff. So, but yeah, I think basically if none of that craziness was going on, that basically the temperature of the Earth would balance itself out. Like it would keep itself regulated and consistent, like all the way around, basically. So it would be like perfect and consistent. There'd be like day and night still, but it would probably be slight variation in temperature, but not major things. So anyway, so you just have to make deals with your plants, like decide what you think is good and go with it. Like ask the universe, meditate. It's best to choose your own philosophy about reality that way, because you're connected directly to it. If you're alive, you're connected to it. So follow that, and then if it doesn't feel good, it's the wrong way. it feels good, like make, you know, like, you have to groom your own heart so that you're not like lusting after the suffering of others. Like, you don't want to take pleasure in those things, because that's like, and if that's your nature, you're just a predator, so you're dangerous. And that's why we gotta watch out for that, because there's lots of predators on the world. Like, a lot of animals could not give a fuck, they're just gonna eat you. So you gotta watch out for that stuff. And but I have leftover fries that I cooked earlier, and so they're just sitting there. I'm gonna eat them. I have like extra. I have a bunch of potatoes that I'll probably do the same deal with them and plant them. So, it's like trade-offs and stuff. You gotta figure it out, analyze it. But yeah, I don't want my vegans to starve. So enjoy paradise, and let's make it awesome. And we'll evolve together. We'll get there, and we'll see what we get. All right, love. Okay, bye.